Hi, everybody. This is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. I am very, very thrilled to have with me the CEO of one of the top 100 cryptocurrency projects. They've been around for a while. Some really exciting things happening with them, which we're going to find out about. Now, before I introduce him, please subscribe, comment, and like. If you're watching this on YouTube, come over to BitTube, where one, you can earn cryptocurrency, plus also it's a censorship-resistant platform where I'm not being shadow banned like I'm being shadow banned on YouTube. You can also find me on Library and on Bitchute. If you want to know which cryptocurrencies or altcoins to invest in for long-term, medium-term, or short-term, or to trade in, then take a look at Tokenmetrics. Tokenmetrics uses artificial intelligence-based crypto indices, rankings, and price predictions to give you the best possible altcoins and cryptocurrencies to hodl or trade with. Use my affiliate code for a massive 10% off and 3 months free on the yearly plan. Link in the description below. Hey, Rob, thank you so much for making yourself available. It's been a while since we spoke.
Rich, thank you for having me. And first of all, let me just reiterate what you said. Is it's so important to support people in our industry, especially on the decentralized side, and like little donations, just little contributions. So important. So I fully support that, especially when you mentioned, the shadow banning, absolutely horrible, and deplatforming. These are some of the reasons why this industry exists.
Yes.
So we need to come together and support each other.
Thank
Anyway,
you.
happy to be here. Thank you, Rich.
Thank you. And here's what I'd like you to do is to support me, because I don't have a donation thing, right? You can't send me any crypto. You can use one of the affiliate links. What you could do is click the notification bell, upvote, and what you could do is put a comment of your favorite top 100 altcoin. Just put the ticker symbol. Thank you, Rob. So, Rob, you are the CEO of Horizen.
Well, yeah, CEO of Horizen Labs. So because we have the whole decentralized public blockchain thing. We can't have CEOs of that.
Okay, yes, CEO of Horizen Labs. The coin associated with it is Zen, formerly Zencash, which is a fork of ZClassic, which is a fork of ZCash, which is a fork of Bitcoin, which was a brilliant idea by somebody called Satoshi Nakamoto.
Perfectly stated, Rich. And I have to say, we're really proud to be standing on the shoulders of those kinds of giants like Satoshi.
Yes, and all credit to his or her parents as well for giving the word Satoshi Nakamoto. Right. Okay, do you want to say a little bit about Horizen Labs and a little bit about Zen that you think, just a short introduction? I'll have all the links below.
Absolutely, happy to. Yeah, so like Rich said, we bootstrapped a few years, actually we're like 4 years old now as a project, as a privacy coin. So Zencash at the time, the whole point was really to explore the zero knowledge cryptography thing. What we've done over the years, and really where we're positioning ourselves now, is we are a data privacy platform, one that's a kind of a blockchain of blockchain's ecosystem, because at the core of what we do is an interoperability protocol for sidechains. So we are the first truly decentralized sidechain system on the market in crypto. Right? So it's a really big deal. You don't have to rely on human beings to be validators, to be in the loop and trust that they're not going to mount some attack on the network. You don't have to stake, $25 million worth of some cryptocurrency to, bid to be a validator. We actually have sophisticated zero knowledge proving circuits that enforce consensus so that we can remove humans from the loop. So it's totally decentralized, permissionless, what crypto should be.
Right, okay. So sidechains, the way I understand it, if I think of a central railway, the main blockchain, and then there are little loops going off that and stuff. Is
exactly that right? Okay. Yeah. So it's like a hub and spoke model, right? We have this core proof of work main blockchain, like a ZCash type of blockchain that has snarks in there for privacy. But we have this really high security proof of stake system where you can launch any number of sidechains, take it using our SDK, launch your sidechain. That sidechain is interoperable with the main blockchain. And by interoperable, I mean it can pass information in Zen back and forth. So you can actually have, a top 100 traded cryptocurrency on your sidechain to do things like collateralize assets, to do micropayments to fund all the decentralized actors that perform work on your sidechain, and all these other really cool, crazy stuff we can talk about. But really, it's massively scalable, and at the core of it is this privacy security technology. So when we think about the ultimate value proposition for us, it's not necessarily that we want to go and compare ourselves to Bitcoin or Ethereum or anything like that. We are the blockchain for value. So if you have highly valuable things like highly sensitive information, maybe a decentralized ID, sovereign ID, or something where you don't want your private information, maybe your healthcare records, maybe you've tokenized a bond or some gold futures contracts, that kind of stuff you want to put on a Horizen sidechain because it's maximum security with multiple levels of security, proof of work, proof of stake, zero knowledge proving circuits, and many other things in between.
Right. Okay. Now I understand these are enterprise solutions, right? This is for business and organization.
I mean, it could be. It could be. Yeah. So for business, it's perfect because we have an SDK that helps you launch a blockchain, and abstracts away all the complexities of launching a blockchain and dealing with security. It comes with tools that are very useful for businesses. But of course, you could be an application developer and launch your own blockchain. You could be a college student and launch your own blockchain. It doesn't have to be a business, right? But the way that I look at this from like an economics perspective is you have to have exogenous revenue flows coming into your ecosystem to make the ecosystem sustainable. And I think this is something the industry hasn't really thought too much about. The industry is built on coin values and token values increasing. Well, that doesn't happen forever, right? So unless you have real revenues from generating real economic activities flowing into your system to actually pay for the work that people do, you're not going to be long-term sustainable. So that's why we say, hey, these tools are great for businesses because we want to attract these real-world use cases that bring economic value.
Right. And do you have any businesses or organizations using the module that you can talk about, or any?
We do. Yeah, we do. Actually, we've been on a business development tear recently. Actually, so the big news in 2020 for us is that we actually went to market with a beta version of our sidechain system, including the SDK. And as soon as we went to beta in July, we reformed our business development team, and we've been targeting hard businesses, and like the real bread and butter for us apparently is servicing the blockchain industry itself. So what we're doing is we actually have infrastructure that projects like the biggest one for us, and one that I'm most excited about, is Celsius Network. Celsius Network, second largest lender in our industry. They have more than $2 billion in assets under management, and we're their public blockchain partner to provide public blockchain services. Because right now they have a private application, and what they're using us to do is to basically have like an audit blockchain that can, in a decentralized way, actually prove and verify like interest payments, proof of reserves, and ultimately like full amounts of cryptocurrency that's committed to the application is actually valid. We use zero-knowledge cryptography for it. It's a very sophisticated product, but that's an example of like one of our biggest clients is like creating real-world value by providing a service that the second largest lender in the industry needs.
That's amazing. And if I can understand this, let me try and get this as a layperson because I'm not technical. Mm-hmm. So Celsius Network they have some private code.
Yep.
And for commercial reasons and confidentiality reasons, whatever, right? It's not open source. And then somehow the Horizen code looks into that private code and says, yep, it does an audit. Yep, that's good, right?
Yeah, so the nuance here is that we're not really auditing their code, we're auditing the financial transactions.
Okay, the transactions that happen.
Right, yeah.
That went from there to there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you were like, the base layer, we're like one layer over that, which is like the financial transactions. And the important thing here to distinguish is you don't want to give away private information of the people that are participating in their ecosystem, right? Like I wouldn't want my Bitcoin balance displayed to the world, right? And so in order to preserve the privacy of all of their users, they're working with us because we're experts in zero-knowledge cryptography. So we can do operations that can audit or verify that what's happening there is legit without actually revealing what's under the hood, which is really the magic of zero knowledge.
Okay, very good. Well, then how does anybody know that what you're doing is accurate? That you're not gaming?
Yes, no, I mean, that's a good thing. So what we do is we open source our code, right? So you can actually go in and you can verify that, say, like the SNARK circuit is accurate. In the world's experts can go in there and audit like our code, and our code is in zero knowledge auditing like all these financial transactions. So it's kind of a funny system the way it works. But I mean, so that's the dichotomy here is to be a world expert in privacy technology, you have to be massively transparent yourself.
Yes. Otherwise, well, it just
like who's watching the watchers, right? We want the world to watch us. We have nothing to hide. We're providing technology to actually allow people to preserve their privacy. Well, therefore, we have the responsibility of being completely transparent ourselves.
Sure. Okay. Now, when did that start with Celsius?
We just announced that, I believe, last month. We've been so what we're doing is we have like a pipeline of about a dozen of these really high-profile deals. I think we've announced 3 or 4 of them so far, and basically every 2 weeks or so, we're going to be announcing a different deal of a different partner that we're working with. Many of them are within the cryptocurrency industry or blockchain industry. Actually, another bread and butter that we have with our audit product is there are many actually private blockchain providers out there in the world. And what private blockchain providers realize is they need a public blockchain that's actually decentralized to anchor their transactions to actually prove to the world that what they're doing on a private blockchain is actually legitimate. And an example of what we do is we can audit a private blockchain. You can have a private blockchain operating on a private network. Maybe it's between banks, maybe between like supply chain partners, you name it, like any type of like business consortium. And now what we can do is we can have interoperability where we generate a zero knowledge proof on the private blockchain side, and we publish that zero knowledge certificate to our public blockchain with our interoperability protocol, and our public blockchain network can validate or verify that proof is accurate. And if the proof is accurate, that means that all of the rules of the private system have been abided by and haven't been tampered with. So it's kind of a really interesting way of bringing private blockchains into the public blockchain world. And I'm part of the public blockchain world. I think that blockchain should be public. Like, you have to have open, decentralized, publicly verifiable chains, or else information just doesn't have the integrity that blockchain promises.
Yes, but that isn't always going to work in the commercial world or with large organizations, because they have to keep data confidential for whatever reason, right?
And that's why I think we've struck gold with what our product offering is, because we can actually allow businesses to bring their private stuff onto a blockchain, but preserve the privacy, but still get the value of data integrity that you get with a blockchain.
Yes, yeah, I was thinking along those lines, Robert, because Bitcoin, as we're recording, has just gone over $23,000.
Awesome.
That,
Something
right?
huge to celebrate. This is momentous.
Yeah, and then Horizen has been like the rest of the crypto through this 2-year bear market, which has been brutal. And then you're emerging with all these business agreements lined up. Now they're paying you, right?
Yeah, and there's a variety of them. So we have everything from partners to clients and everything in between. There. And hey, a little bit of good news. A few minutes ago, Zen started trading live on BINANCE US. So another momentous thing to celebrate here. But yeah, so to all of these partners and people that we're working with, ultimately the network gets paid. And so we have two entities. We have the network, the public network, Horizen, and we have Horizen Labs, this company, the software company that I'm running. And both entities have to get paid. We have a bunch of workers, decentralized workers on the public network, like miners, block forgers. We're going to be releasing an optimized GPU algorithm, so GPUs can participate by processing Snark transactions, processing Snark computations. So we have this whole melange of decentralized actors performing work on the public network. They all need to be paid. So we have a microtransaction model where they automatically get paid per transaction. So every transaction has a fee load added to it, and that fee gets automatically partitioned to the different actors on the network. Horizen Labs is basically a zero-knowledge circuit building company. We provide the circuit that's kind of in there and optimizes this whole system, and there's a micropayment that happens to Horizen Labs if people choose to use our circuit in the protocol.
Okay, so that's extraordinary, and it's promising given what the last couple of years have been like.
Yeah, no, I do. And let me just conclude this thought, though, is like I said originally, is we have to, as an industry, start thinking about revenues, thinking in terms of revenues, profits and losses, and actual businesses. And if these things are going to actually survive long term, we can't be banking on the fact that our coin values are going to go up forever. That's not a business model. A business model is you provide a service, some technology, some product, and you get paid for people using that product or that service. Well, that's what we're doing. We're operating really in both worlds. We're operating in the crypto world where, hey, it's great when Zen goes up because part of our budgets, comes from Zen. But we also now are baking in a real world use case transaction model where we have a product on market, and when people use that product, the network gets paid, real revenues coming to the network, and the company that built it gets paid. And other companies can come in and build similar products as well. So we've created an ecosystem that has actual revenue flows to people that participate, and that's huge. And like you said, after 2 years of a bear market for us, it was brutal, and we had to really, we had to find ourselves in one way. And what I mean by find ourselves was back in 2017 bull market, we were trying to do everything, and no business can survive by trying to do everything. So now what we do is we're laser sharp focused on building this technology, this product, and getting it out to market. So we've actually had to, divest ourselves of some of the other things that we were doing. As an example, we used to have a 24/7 support desk. Where we wanted to be there, and still, customer support is still at core of what we do. And you'll find me on our Discord, you'll find me on our Telegram, you'll find our team members out there helping people real time. But we had to unfortunately let our help desk go because we were really hurting financially during the bear market. So anyway, like any organization, we had to really focus. And I think we've emerged from the bear market actually much stronger than we were going into it. Now our technology is so much more mature. It's groundbreaking, cutting edge, and actually promises massive revenue flows that honestly we're super excited about.
Yes, well, I think it says something about the resilience and the longevity of the project. You go through a 2-year. I mean, you went through that. I think forked in May 2017.
Yep.
And just looking at the value of the coin, went through the roof in January 2018, like with all the other coins, and then down, bobbing along on the bottom for a couple of years, and that you still survived and endured And now there's, we're in this, I don't know, year and a half maybe of the bull market or whatever. Plus, you've laid the foundation with all these business development that you've done.
Yep, no, that's exactly right. And our BD team is on a tear. Our BD team and product team actually work hand in hand. The BD team goes out and brings all these partners in, and the product team goes and builds for them. But like you said, we survived 2 years, and I think that there's 2 years of bear market, almost 3 years, right? And that itself speaks wonders to the team of dedicated professionals that are behind this project. So one, we're a decentralized project, and you can come to any of our community channels, and you'll see a ton of activity by people that just love what's going on, and they're really part of building this. Community is at the foundation of everything that we do. But layered on top of that is you have professionals that refuse to give up. And hey, we went through hell for years, and many of us went working without pay, working on half pay, and we just refused to give up. Like, we're just not going to give up. So on top of this community foundation, you just have this ridiculously high professional group that's just not giving up. We're behind this. We're going to make this successful. And we've already made this more successful than I would say it was beyond my wildest dreams back in 2017 launching this, right? So it's been humbling to be part of this, and really it's just the start.
That's very good. The future is bright. The future is Zen.
Right.
Zen. So what have you got lined up in the future? Like, what's shaping up? What's on the roadmap coming up?
What's happening in 2021? So like I said, we deliver the beta version of the sidechain system